Good day, everyone. I am Alex, and welcome back to another discussion. And sorry if my voice sounds like it's dying. I am getting over some type of sickness, which I hope it is not COVID. So let's just continue on, shall we? So what is this about? These are the problems that gamers face. Now, there are only about 2 or 3 I want to talk about because they're the most prevalent. Because, trust me, you'll understand. The first one is not finishing games. Like, anyone watching this probably has a list of games in their Steam library, NES library, all the way up that they have not finished. It's just sitting on the shelf, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll get to it eventually, but no, not in the near future." That kind of problem. Sorry, my English is very blech right now. But yes, that is the main problem with us having too many games. Now, hey, that's kind of a cool shout to an expo I used to go to. I miss expos. Anyway, the next part is too many games. Now, have you ever just bought a game that you just want to play the shit out of, but then all of a sudden you pick up a game, play a little bit, then you pick up another game, play a little bit, and then it just keeps adding on and on and on and on, and eventually you realize, like, I don't even care about half of these games I own. But then again, sometimes that can come from lot sales if you're trying to find a good game for a decent price, all that good stuff. But yeah, we have way too many games. And also, the final thing I want to kind of like point out is people always want like a different experience in games, or just like a new spin on something, but we're not really big fans of brand new experiences and all this stuff. I've noticed, like, I like change in my games, but not so much to where it is unrecognizable from the previous entry or whatever game it may be in the franchise, unless I fully know going in this is what it's going to be, if that makes any sense. Usually that happens with like fighting games and stuff like that. Like, let's take a look at the Zelda franchise, how that has always pretty much been the same style until Breath of the Wild. You know, everything changed with that. I loved the game to death. Absolutely love it. And then we have people say there's spin-off games in the Zelda franchise, but they're all part of the same timeline in some confusing way. Nintendo was not thinking about it. But then you have the Hyrule Warriors spin-off franchise, we can call it. We have the regular one, and then we have the Age of Calamity, which I'm playing right now. Fantastic fucking game. If you didn't like Hyrule Warriors for how, like, mindless it was, this is a little less mindless, and it actually has a really good story to it as well. Again, not top tier story, but it is really nice to see a story in general, and the progression system is not far different from the first one, but it definitely has some changes, which I'm okay with. Again, this is why I was thinking, we don't like change that much, but until we actually experience it, or if we just sit down and just look at the game for what it is, then it's like, okay, this title stands fine on its own. Like, Breath of the Wild is such a far different game than the, like, core 3D Zelda titles, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess, Jesus Christ, and Skyward Sword. You know, such a big departure in some ways, but also somewhat similar to his original origins from Zelda 1, with how open-ended it is. So it's like a mixture of brand new and old stuff. So yeah, if any of that makes sense, let me know below. Like, if you have like these issues of having too many games in your backlog, or you end up just not in, like, wanting to buy into a new game for a brand new experience or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. Just kind of like a random like vlog video. Who knows what I'll title this, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm Alex, and I'll be seeing you next time.